students in various institutions of higher learning across the country are currently marching to the Higher Education and Training Department following Minister Blade Nzimande's dissolution of the National Student Financial Aid Scheme Board. Nzimande says the decision to dissolve the board is part of the interventions meant to improve the organizational efficiency of NSFAS. He also added that they want to ensure that NSFAS remains focused on its mandate. He has also placed the institution under administration. Sasco President Vezinhlanhla Simelane joins us now to unpack some of the issues there. Vezinhlanhla, thank you so much for your time. Look, the department says it is currently working to ensure that students are paid urgently, but what information currently is at your disposal as far as this issue is concerned? Is there any way forward at this stage?
Good day to you and good day to our viewers at home. As things stand now, I can confirm to you that the reason why Sasco has decided to march to NSFAS in Cape Town, as well as speaking, Sasco Western Cape has organized a march to Cape Town, as well as speaking, Sasco and Gauteng have organized also to march to the Minister of Higher Education. The main reason for us to march is because since NSFAS has introduced the direct payment cost by that it is Naroko, there are 4 of them. They have not been delivering allowances efficiently. As well as speaking, we've got a number of students that have not received their allowances because of the very same 4 companies, and we are calling for the removal of those companies. We rather take back the system to universities, because if the system is there, at least there is some kind of progress in terms of students receiving their allowances. I'll make one example. Beginning of the year, NSFAS took a decision that since there is a registration in process, they are going to allow universities to pay at least 3 months of allowances to students. And after 3 months, in April, they are going to take the process back to their old system, of which those are the 4 companies that were appointed last year. On the first 3 months, I don't remember complaining. We have not received our allowance. The money was directed straight to university. You can pay directly. Now, since they're taking back the process to the mathematics system, we are here again experiencing the first. Last year, many of our students never received their allowance. We'll find that sometimes the money just disappears on the account of the Izaka account, and there is no one who comes and gives accountability in that money.
All right, Vezinhlanhla, I think your line has got a bit of an issue there, but let's try and force ahead with this interview. I mean, talk to us about these current marches in the various places that you've mentioned. What exactly are your current demands, besides, of course, the removal of these companies that you say have been erring in terms of disposal of the monies to students?
Of course, one of the fundamental questions, as I've said, is the removal of these 4 companies, so that the system of payment of allowances at least is taken back to universities. As much as in the beginning we supported the system, but it is proven not to assist us. So we rather take back the system to universities. We want those companies to be removed from NSFAS with immediate effect. Universities must continue to pay allowances. Number 2, one of the challenges that we are having at NSFAS, of course, the minister has decided to dissolve the board, of which we have welcomed that as an organization. But 2, the issues at NSFAS are systematic. We are calling for the current administrator that has been appointed, and we don't know how he's going to perform and stuff like that. But we believe that the more challenges that are happening at NSFAS at a level of management. So we don't only need to dissolve the board and leave alone the potatoes that are rotted there by NSFAS. So at least at some point, and it's a matter of urgent that they must be able to ensure that even those people at a level of management, they are able to be removed if they are not performing like how the board was removed by the minister. But in essence, our urgent matter is a question of allowances, because it's a very sensitive matter. Our students cannot be able to perform academically. One example alone, one of the QT yesterday, a landlord of a particular building had to organize food to cook for students who are residing in that particular building. Was those students who have been given NSFAS they are supposed to get their own money from NSFAS for allowances, but they are not able to get it because of the same system that we're experiencing. So it's a method of action that our government, the administrator, the minister must give an instruction that those companies must be removed. I don't think I'm a normal academic here.
And it's very concerning, Vezinhlanhla. I mean, we've seen some visuals there and images of students that have been sleeping on the streets or outside of campuses because of that very same reason that they've been evicted from their places of residence. But are you seeing this as a general practice, or maybe it's certain universities where the NSFAS amounts are actually not dispersed correctly to students? And also, are you as Sasco then in other collaborative efforts to try and assist those students that are currently, that don't have places to stay as a direct result of the non-payment? And what are you needing from civil society to assist those students at this stage?
Thank you very much once again. The matter that we are raising, it's a national matter. If it was not a national matter, it should have not come to our attention as an organization, because we are a national organization. We are paying attention to this matter because all provinces, all our campuses are affected by the very same question. It's just only today where we're having Gauteng marching, we're having Western Cape marching. Next week, I know for sure, some other provinces are going to join hands in support of the struggle that we are talking about. So it's not an issue that maybe affects certain campuses. It affects the majority of our campuses. That is why we have taken the matter head on. Number two, the point you are raising in terms of students who are being chased out, who don't have residence and all of those things, as we are speaking now, I've been dealing with some cases. I know for sure that there are students who qualify for NSFAS, but have been rejected by NSFAS. When you ask some questions, why you have rejected this number of students, they're saying, no, it's their systematic issues and all of those things. That is why we are saying the minister must also pay attention to people who are managing NSFAS, because remember the board is not management. There is management and that is able to deal with issues on daily basis. They must be able to give an account what is happening with those particular challenges. So that is why we're saying, as an organization, we think that the minister must not only pay attention to board, but must also pay attention to the people who are managing NSFAS.
All right, and very quickly, Vezinhlanhla, I mean, those current marches that you've announced, maybe if you can just tell us when they'll be taking place, which universities they'll be taking place, and whether or not this is going to disturb some of the lessons or students from partaking in their student duties or, of course, going to those lectures. And what exactly would you then, as Sasco, want to see as some sort of an amicable resolution to this whole impasse?
For instance, the march in Gauteng is not only a march for a particular university. We have mobilized all institutions in Gauteng to ensure that the march is supported. Remember, by the virtue of students not receiving their allowances, it means the academic processes are disturbed. So the march that we have organized is not the only one that is disturbing academic processes. So in essence, you can argue and say NSFAS is playing a very critical, a very huge role in disrupting classes and all of those things, because the moment they are not receiving their allowances, it means they cannot go to classes because they are hungry. So that is why we have mobilized and put pressure to government to say, pay attention to these things. Same thing that is happening in Cape Town, in Western Cape. It's not only a particular university or a TVET college that has been organized to march to NSFAS. All institutions of higher learning in Western Cape and Gauteng have organized to go and march. In Cape Town, they marched to NSFAS because that's where headquarters are. In Gauteng, went to democratic education. As we are speaking, the marches are on. We have seen the visuals and all of those things. Me, myself, I'm in KZN also, because I know that we have received complaints. We have to be
Vezinhlanhla, unfortunately, Vezinhlanhla, unfortunately, I'm losing you there on that line. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to wrap this interview. But thank you so much for your contribution there. That is Vezinhlanhla Simelane, the Sasco President, with us on the current NSFAS developments.